Okay, Mario Kart TAS.
Yippee.
Yeah, Nintendo. Whoa, 1PGP 150cc. Fucking it's a speed run, but they blow through the. I love watching them go through menus in tool-assisted speedruns. It's just funny to me somehow.
So yeah, maybe we should do some introductions first. Hi, I'm the boring one.
Who you just heard was Small Hacker, and I am Bass. And we've got
Yeah, this is already
speed run
quite
well
impressive,
underway.
actually.
Yeah. They do some kind of they use a mushroom and then immediately collide with something and
Yeah,
jump at
because
the
it
same
seems
time.
like they can
retain
retain their momentum somehow.
Yeah, no, yeah, they're hitting a wall, and there was some luck manipulation. I think we just saw right
probably.
there. And yeah, this one actually gives us a nice little luck manipulation alarm because he's using the pause feature to do. I'm assuming they're using the.
Okay, that was pretty fucking impressive.
Yeah, that was fast. I'm assuming Mario Kart is using the frame counter as part of its random number generation process to.
Or maybe it simply generates once per frame or something.
Yeah.
So you have to wait an additional frame for it to generate a different value. I don't know. Wild speculation. Next level. How will this be any different?
This one actually is going to be a little. Some of them use some pretty. Yeah, this one's going to use a bug.
Oh yeah.
This one's over pretty fast.
Oh yeah, I think I've seen this task before.
There we go. Yep. 8 seconds, and you know it's still playing the level music even though.
I approve of this level. I do.
No, it still plays the level music. I'm assuming that it has to have a certain amount of time to load the like the time running out sound effect and then go back to the level music.
Something like that, yeah.
If you clear that final lap in under about probably 2 to 3 seconds, you run into that little glitch.
Yeah, I guess the developers never considered the possibility that someone would actually finish a lap that quickly.
Yeah, and we're gonna run into a little bit of the same. It's pretty easily exploitable on ghost houses because obviously you've got no real boundary. There we go. And again, it's
this
more
is
of
efficient.
It's more of that same get the mushroom and then sort of jump, collide with the tile, and you seem to be able to maintain your mushroom velocity there.
Yeah.
So 30 seconds, not a.
Also, that's something I always love. Isn't Lakitu supposed to be picking you up? But then he comes in waving the flag, and you're just hovering in the air or something like that.
Oh, I actually didn't notice that, but thinking back, yeah, you're probably right. And we're actually almost done with Mushroom Cup here, and.
Oh yeah, there were only 4 rounds in.
Yeah, it's
the original.
4, and they're 5 laps. I mean, it doesn't feel like 5 laps because they're only going, you know. And I notice here he's going for a feather instead of
Yeah, well, it probably allows skipping some major portion of the level. So.
Well, actually, no. You're gonna see what he's gonna do. It's he's gonna once they seem to be getting. There we go. But look, now he's got another feather.
What?
And I think he's gonna do the same thing.
Wait, how do you retain an item?
He didn't. He actually jumps from the item tile if you look very carefully.
Oh, okay.
He'll launch his jump from a tile.
Okay, that's pretty sweet.
That's some very exploiting that same. If you go back off the edge of the track.
There you go again, hovering in midair.
And that was the. Was that 4?
4
Yeah, that was
seconds.
4.
That's. I don't even know how to respond to this.
Yeah.
It's
weird.
weird.
Remember, this is the original SNES Mario Kart, so that's. Wait, no, they're 5. They're not 4. They're 5.
Oh yeah.
And it's also 5 laps instead of the 3 that you find in most Mario Karts.
Yeah, because due to the SNES limitations, they had to make the tracks quite short, so they simply repeat the same things over and over again.
Yeah, I guess because the old Mode 7, you really. I'm assuming that there's some kind of limitations in Mode 7 to the size of the maps they use.
Yeah.
I assume there was a purpose for why they chose to land in the. There was some more luck manipulation right there. why they chose to
I
land
think
in the
they landed
grass.
so Lakitu would carry you back a bit and carry you over the
Oh yeah,
finish line again. Yeah,
yeah,
like that.
there, exact, yep. And I actually noticed a little bit of float. Apparently, some developer probably thought it prudent to make sure that multiple Lakitus don't show up on the screen at the same time. And
Yeah.
yeah, okay, so that's a
Well,
perfect. Well, obviously
there could
perfect
be
score.
multiple Lakitus. I don't know.
Yeah. Well,
That would make. I mean, they
yeah.
do it in Super Mario 64, so.
Yeah. Well, there's multiple. You can get multiple on screen in Super Mario World as well. Well, you can get some a pipe Lakitu and a fishing Lakitu on the screen at the same time in that one level in Forest of Illusion.
Speaking of Lakitu, there's something I've always wondered. That little cloud of his, it has its own face and emotion.
Look at that,
Wait,
Lap!
what?
Did you see that?
Are we like negative or something now?
That was. I mean, you saw that though, right? That was
Yeah.
like Lap, and it was like a little like 05. It looked like a debug number. See, it's that same font. It's that.
Yeah.
Those
Was that
letterings
like
instead of-
lap -1 or something? And the whole thing overflowed or something?
I'm not really sure what happened there.
Some weird shit. Anyway, as I was saying, that little cloud that he flies around in,
Yeah.
is it like its own sentient being? And doesn't it have any objections to carrying a big turtle around all the time? What's the deal with it? I want to hear its life story. Today I carried Lakitu around again. Mario came and killed Lakitu, and then he flew around it with me forever.
Well, if you flew
I'd like
around
to
with-
see that guy's blog.
Well, remember, they also because they die after if you disconnect them from the Lakitu, unless you kill the Lakitu with a fireball.
Oh yeah, but I think
in Super
they
Mario
didn't
World,
have a.
in which case they don't.
They didn't have a face in Super Mario World, did they? No, wait, did
No, they
they?
do. They do. They don't have a. There's one where they don't. In I think Mario 64, they don't have a face.
Yeah,
Not
I
sure.
think so.
I think. I mean, they definitely have faces in Mario 1, Mario 3.
Yeah, I think we're
Mario
going
World.
into way too much detail. I mean, what's next? Talking about how many watts those light bulbs in that.
Did you see
traffic
that?
light
I'm not
has?
sure how he does that, actually. Because you're not supposed to be able to do a quote-unquote basic hop over a piece of barrier like that. And I think he's
Yeah,
somehow
that is-
bouncing off the grass or something. I'm not really sure what's
Is
going
there a
on
bouncing feature?
there. Well, there is. I mean, there is. Look. Here we
Oh wait,
I-
like bouncing when you're going from water to land or something.
Yeah, I think because he's going over the water to hit the. I think by going over water, it flips some kind of flag that lets you jump the consequences of the water, and I think it's not flipping back fast enough to enforce the consequences of the wall.
No. I think when you leave the water, there's an animation of him jumping up onto land, which probably isn't just graphical, but it's actually physical, i.e., he actually jumps
Yeah.
into the air and can get over the wall.
Because rather than doing a graphical animation, they probably just reuse like the little jump bars.
Yeah.
They probably just called that subroutine, and it gives you a nice little
Or
lift
just
over
at
the wall.
the y velocity or something.
Yeah. No, that makes sense actually. And
Because as we all
he's
programmers
doing
are-
this again.
Ah.
Hey, interesting. You can actually land on that bricks. They're real bricks. They're not just a.
Yeah, and note that there's no
graphical.
perspective on them. It's just the same tiles.
Yeah. Regardless
plain
of the
tiles.
perspective, it's just blitted after the fact. It's just a texture.
I didn't know Mode 7 could do that, actually.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, there's no rotation or scaling or of any kind.
That
What I'm surprised about more is the fact that you can actually land on that. It's not just graphical background. It is a bit, and I understand. I realize why he chose to land on the bricks when he could too, because it's faster to get picked up from the bricks than it is from lava.
Yeah.
He probably saved himself a few frames there.
This game is so broken.
Oh, look, there's some little is that little lava pool? Yeah, I guess that is supposed to be there.
Yeah. This part of the level.
Yeah, well, I mean, I mean, this is certainly not as broken as, say, Mega Man 1.
Uh-huh.
Mega
Okay,
Man,
granted,
Mega Man
there
1
are
was,
games that
yeah,
are completely...
astonishingly.
Yeah.
Some games are more breakable than others. I think given the level of abuse, Mario Kart holds up fairly well.
Yeah, I suppose. Although, yeah, I guess we
Look at his
shouldn't blame them for
perspective of the
not
racer.
taking
Look at the
Tassers into
perspective of the
account.
racer. It's not changing. Did you see that? He was sort of caught in that turn. Look.
That is kind of weird. Did it just flicker out of existence for a frame there?
Yeah. I'm wondering how this is. It's sort of like keeping it stuck in part of a turn somehow.
Yeah, but is that part of the bug used to keep the momentum, or is it just an additional bug that they add just for fun?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, because the momentum stops when his perspective, watch, right after when he makes this turn. See, he loses that momentum right as he makes that turn. I'm gonna guess that is actually part of the whoa, okay, apparently it's still keeping up with the momentum and it can't. Wow. That
was actually pretty funny.
That was interesting.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say about that.
Okay, so we're halfway through this.
Yes, we are halfway.
Stay tuned for part 2 coming up soon.
Absolutely.